Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? This is Desmond Mochi, and welcome to today's podcast. I'm here hosted with Miracle. I think you're muted.
Yo, I'm muted. Hey, what up? It's Miracle K Worker.
What's up? It's your boy Ross Serenity back in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Well,
Yes, sir.
y'all boys know we got a very exciting news. This whole weekend, E3 is going on, and Monday was also the Summer Game Fest.
Yeah,
Yep.
nutty.
I mean, we still got a whole bunch of more to go, so we gotta look out for
We
that.
still got 2 weeks of about a week and a half of game shows left. So
Mm-hmm.
That is very true, but I mean, just from what we saw today, I'm happy. I'm happy just from today. I don't care about anything else.
No. What was it? Xbox really did do their thing today. I got to give them what the props where props is
Man.
due.
Nuts.
yeah, but
It was.
that's they're holding it down for real. For Xbox, that was a great purchase.
Yeah, no, yeah, that most definitely. But
Man, but how we feeling? What are we looking forward to from what we saw today or yesterday or even on Friday? What are we looking forward to?
I am looking forward to actually deleting Call of Duty off of my PlayStation
Okay,
as soon as
okay.
Battlefield comes out.
Okay. Hey, it be like that sometimes when
Hey.
when they can't hang, you gotta delete that shit.
Honestly, if this one's actually as good as I hope it is, I'm probably never purchasing a COD anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't need to. Why would you need to, especially if this goes the way we're hoping it's gonna go? In my eyes, there would be no reason to.
I'm really hoping that Battlefield 6 pulls through, because we've seen releases like this, and with any game, and we quickly realized that the game wasn't good. But I think this time they hit their mark, especially with Call of Duty just not being good since Black Ops 3, to the standards that
Okay.
we know. I think
Yeah.
Modern Warfare was a mid-tier success, but I think as skill-based matchmaking kind of killed a lot of what made Modern Warfare so good. So I think
Okay.
hopefully this Battlefield doesn't have very stringent matchmaking, which I doubt. I will be highly surprised if the matchmaking is as crazy as it is in Call of Duty, just because of how many players on one lobby.
Yeah, for sure.
But if if this Battlefield can pull through, it'll make Call of Duty actually want to make a Call of Duty that is worth playing because they have competition. For the longest time, Battlefield hasn't been a threat to Call of Duty. Battlefield 1, kind of, but we already knew Infinite Warfare was gonna, flop, so who cares? In Battlefield 2, we
Yeah,
saw how that
that's
turned
very
out.
true as well.
So COD hasn't really had a, true competition. And now that it has, hopefully the three studios can get, their stuff together. So we'll get some competition because we don't want Ubisoft, we don't want those companies to be, we don't want EA to become complacent and saying, oh, well, we won now. Like how COD did for so long, they just became complacent and could start throwing anything out and accept it. The more competition there is in the industry, the better both products get from everybody. So I'm very
Yeah.
excited for this Battlefield.
Yeah, no doubt about
Exactly.
that. Me personally, I think what Activision is probably most likely going to end up doing is just saying fuck it and releasing Modern Warfare 2 because honestly everybody wants that to come out, but I don't know. I don't feel like that's going to be the actual saving grace for them, but I can see that in their future after this next. What is it? Is it World War II Vanguard or something like that for the next COD?
Yeah, I mean, I can see that too. I don't know how much it would help them like we think it would help them, but
No, I don't think it's gonna. The thing is that let's be honest with what they did with Modern Warfare was when how they remade it from the ground up. It was great. I personally loved it. I loved it better than Black Ops Cold War. But
yeah, absolutely.
I personally feel like I personally feel like they're definitely going to bring in Modern Warfare 2 because of the nostalgia and everything that comes with it.
No, for sure. But so like if they bring out another Modern Warfare 2, is it just going to be a remastered or is it going to be a whole new Modern Warfare 2? And
No, it's
Uh,
going to have to be a whole new because it has to mix in with. Don't forget their moneymaker is Warzone.
if
yeah,
they remaster Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 2, they will nobody will ever buy a new Call of Duty ever again. The only way they remaster those games is if they just release campaign.
Yeah, yeah, no,
If you release multiplayer for those games, I'm never buying a new Call of Duty. I don't need to. Like, I
yeah.
don't need, you know what? I don't need to ever buy a new Call of Duty if we remaster
You
Black Ops
don't,
2.
especially if they Battlefield does as good as we're expecting
Yeah,
them to.
so
Like Call of Duty is gonna really have to bring the heat,
oh yeah.
and as much as people love zombies,
Zombies is
zombies
redundant to me at this point.
zombies is very redundant. There's only so much you can do, and
I
while
think
battle
uh,
royales are, as of right now, what most people want to play, when you make literally the smallest change ever to your map, people get pissed.
I honestly, after Black Ops 3 Zombies and Revelations ended, that it Zombies isn't the same. I don't
Yeah.
care what you say. So if I'm Call of Duty, I'm bringing back Extinction, because Extinction from Ghost was very fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's just me. I think that was very fun. Leading from Extinction, if you wanna, yeah.
I'll give you that.
So that's just my take on it. But I'm very excited for this Battlefield. I hope it does well. I want to see more gameplay of it, and I can't wait for July for the hopefully alpha to appear.
Yeah, that's very true too. What else are we feeling from this weekend?
Bro,
You
I'm not gonna lie.
Battlefield was great, but
Let's start from Friday from the
okay.
summer game festival. The one indie game that really had just caught my eye while watching is definitely what is it? It's Shifu. Shifu is the kung fu indie game that they have. It's basically so like from what I seen from the trailers, it's like you go through these mobs and stuff like that, but every time you die, you you move forward in age. So it's kind of like it makes
Yeah, that's a
I don't
little
know
different.
I don't know if it makes the game easier or not. They didn't really explain it, but like you start off as a young martial artist who has to still fine tune his skills and stuff like that. And so I'm assuming every time he dies and he gets older, his skills get more fine tuned. But I think it gets he gets a little weaker because with older age he can't really take as many hits.
Yeah.
Of
Mm-hmm.
course, I think there's three stages. It's like one, he's a young adult, and the second one, he's a middle-aged man, and then the third one, he's an old master, and then after that, I think he died. Like that's when you lose.
Just
So you
dies.
get three chances, I believe.
Yeah.
But they didn't really come out with too much detail off of that. But I'm actually excited about that one.
Yeah, I am too. I'm really excited for indie games in general. I think are really good. They don't get enough credit in the gaming industry. I'm really excited for I can't even think of the name, but it's like Temple Run on crack is what I call it. Um,
Yeah.
from Summer Games Fest, and that game also looks really interesting. I love the premise. You know, once you beat that temple, or once somebody in the world beats that temple, you can never beat it again, and it adds a uniqueness of I'm the only one to be able to do this. And I love the multiplayer aspect of the ghosts, where they could either help you or they could hurt you. And I also love that you have to get in but get out, so it's not just about surviving to steal a treasure, but you have to get out. There's just a
Hmm.
lot of there's just a lot of dimensions into the game, and a game like
Yeah.
that I feel like can be very addicting. It's like it's literally like Temple Run, like those games that got massively popular, Subway Surfers, games that are replayable and repetitive over and over. and to just make that a game and then have the intricacies and the whips, and that's a game that's really gonna.
Something you can lose
I
yourself
hope
in for a
some
few
days you
hours.
can lose yourself in for a few hours, and then it's different, because you can lose yourself in a few hours for shooters for sure, but especially for me, I have a hard time playing other games, and that's a game I know I can sit here all day and like
Yeah.
it's 8 o'clock, and the next thing I know it's 12. So I'm
Oh,
really
that's
excited
how
for
I
that
feel
game.
too.
But I feel
Okay.
like the major highlight of Summer Games Fest was Elden Ring.
I was about to get that. Can we
Yeah.
get a trailer for that?
Um,
Oh, here it comes.
Here it comes Elden Ring.
because
Bro, I'm telling you, the minute this game releases, my whole life is gonna go into this.
Yeah.
it's funny because I was watching the release, with a Twitch streamer, and at the beginning he made a bet, like when you can bet in the chat that they were going to show Elden Ring or not, and I had like I don't know like 20K channel points, and I was like I'm just going to bet everything, why not? Because I don't really use them for anything else. And the last trailer, I was like, yeah,
Was
they did it,
Elden Ring.
they
Yeah.
did it, and that's one way to end off on that. Just to end off on Summer Games Fest. I think Elden Ring, it looked amazing. The graphics looked amazing. The boss fights looked good. I can't complain. Like,
Yeah, no, most definitely for the fact that one, it's a Dark Souls games. I love software and the games that they
mhm.
do, even though they can be assholes about some of the enemies that they put in those games. But we're not going to talk about that. But no, besides that, the fact that they literally have this game. They teamed up with the author and direct. I don't want to say director, but the author for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And they literally made this an open world and Dark Souls game. It's fucking ridiculous in my like the fact that they do this, and I want to know how the world is. I want to know if it's gonna be like such an asshole of a world, because that's honestly what I want. And like look at that. The combat looks amazing. Oh man, I just really can't wait for this one. The only thing that they haven't shown, I know this is supposed to be a single player game, is like the usual Demon Souls or Dark Souls thing where you can summon your friends and stuff like that to play with
Mhm.
you. That's what I hope ends up being in the final product of the game.
I
Yeah.
really
Or
hope.
if not when it releases, like I would pay for it if it was a DLC, honestly.
Yeah,
But
I
I would
think
really want that in the game.
the DLCs. It's funny when I was watching the trailer. I was like, the game's gonna be great, but the DLCs are gonna be some of the best DLCs to ever drop for any game ever. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Shit, look
I,
at look,
I'm
like the DLCs for fucking Dark Souls 3
yeah.
and
Um,
Bloodborne. Woo!
and I do wish, even though I know it probably won't happen, but I wish they'd pull a Rockstar move and like just pull out some multiplayer just out the ass and be like, okay, here you go, open world multiplayer, Elden Ring, have fun.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be the icing, you know what I mean? You can just
Yeah.
drive by with a fireball, like it'd be the greatest thing to exist. Um, that crushed a lot of that actually make GTA not popular anymore, and I'd love it. But until the chance of that actually happening is slim because those games are supposed to be solo player, and yeah, you can bring your friends in, but that's not what they're known for.
Yeah.
But that was
I mean, even if it's like on my end, even if it's only 2 to 4 player multiplayer, gosh,
oh yeah,
that'd be
most
so
definitely.
nice. Getting in there, with you guys, or hell, even if they put in like a matchmaking, I think
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
yeah. The trolling, I just look for, if that's possible. I just look forward to the trolling of what you can do with your friends because I feel like games like that comes a big part of not being serious and just finding the funny stuff to do, or
Yeah.
the challenges or whatever. I want to be able to push my teammate into a dragon's fireball, and then he yells at me like, I want to be able to do stuff like that. And Elden Ring, I hope can deliver such a promise. It looks good. We've been waiting for such a long time. And for them to drop the trailer like that, especially when, like, I'm gonna be honest, most people didn't think we were gonna get Elden Ring until E3.
Yeah.
And then for them to drop it at Summer Game Fest is the last thing was, very surprising. I think they did a great job of building the hype up, and then the trailer definitely delivered. So
Oh yeah,
I'm very excited.
yeah. Yeah. No. Besides that, I mean, those were, for me personally, Shifu and Elden Ring were one of the only two things that I really enjoyed from
Yeah.
Summerfest. Everything else, don't get me wrong, I appreciate all the developers, the artists, everyone who works on those indie games, because I know most of them work their fucking ass off to make those games with the limited team that they have.
Yeah.
But for me personally, there's a feeling of, for them to have their own like E3,
Yeah.
their own little thing. That way they can showcase everything without being overshadowed by bigger things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Elden Ring should have been
Elden Ring should have been at E3. Elden
Yeah.
Ring definitely, like, besides like the Temple Run game and the Master Chief game.
Mhm.
I don't remember. Elden Ring kind of just told every other game, all right, y'all cool, but Daddy's here.
Like big boy time.
Dead.
And it's like, I think while it was cool, I think it did take away from the elegance and that Summerfest was supposed to be for those small indie games.
Mhm.
Quick side note: what do you guys think about Distinction? I think it's called. This is like the new developers that broke away from Ubisoft. Pretty sure they're making first-person shooters. Like, they didn't release anything about the game so far, but they just released about the team. It was at Summer Games Fest. They announced them. Um, I'm very interested because Respawn are the two directors from Activision, and we look at Titanfall games, they're both amazing. You look
Yeah.
at Apex,
Yeah.
an amazing game. So I'm really hoping that this developer can pull what Titanfall 2 did and Apex and all of that. I'm really hoping more competition in the gaming industry is always better because it steps up every
Mhm.
gaming company to want to be the best. And
Yeah,
I'm
no,
pretty sure
it
your
doesn't.
opinions kind of line up. But I'm
Here's
very
a little
curious on what they have.
foreshadow. Here's a
A
little.
little
Here's a little
foreshadow.
foreshadow.
Okay.
I'm glad that they left Ubisoft and made their own company,
Yeah.
because looking at what Ubisoft did during this E3, oh man,
Oh God, stop. Oh
Mm.
no.
Yeah,
Roll the trailer.
they didn't do anything special. Very
Roll the trailer.
disappointing.
Can we roll the trailer for good old Rainbow Six Siege Extraction?
It hurts to watch. I don't want to watch it. The trailer itself was good, but
It looked good
It
aesthetically.
had potential. It had potential, but then when you see the gameplay for it, I was like, "Bro,
It's
I'm
just
not
like,
buying
what are we
this."
doing? Yeah.
To me, that's a DLC. That's
Yeah,
a
no,
DLC.
no, so
That's not a standalone game. I said the only way I'd buy, like, because if people that don't play Siege, the guns have certain specific recoil patterns and how things work. So if I could use that game as an aim trainer, because
Mhm.
there is no true aim trainer, I think it might be worth it. Not for
Yeah,
60
no,
though,
yeah.
but it might be worth it. I don't think they'll release it at $60. There's no way. Rainbow Six Siege isn't even $60 unless you buy like the Ultimate Edition or something like that.
Yeah.
But the base game is like $10. So hopefully they don't make that 60. The gameplay was very underwhelming. I thought the trailer was cool. Personally, I would have chosen better operators. But the trailer was fine. I'm just highly disappointed in the game. And there's a lot of people in the community that's like, this game is gonna be amazing. It looks insane. And I'm just like,
No,
Where?
listen, I'll tell you right now. When Bossman and Miracle and I literally sat there and watched the whole conference, like, if you look at the trailer and the gameplay and stuff like that, like, for instance, the AI, they look kind of dumb. Like, they literally
They do.
like Sludge.
Right,
Literally, the one thing that pissed me off was, like, Sludge literally broke down a wall with a sledgehammer, and like, the alien didn't even react until like he was like on his back
until he knifed him.
Yeah.
No, trust me.
Get out of here.
Trust me, Rainbow Six Siege has terrible AI. If anybody's ever played Terrorist Hunt, you would understand that the AI is like the AI is like my dog with aimbot. It's not good at all. The AI, it's weird because Ubisoft has a lot of solo play games with great AI, and then it comes to Siege, and their AI has like point 0.2 IQ with the accuracy
Yep.
of, you know what they remind me of, like Warzone cheaters. That's the AI. It's literally the AI. Warzone cheaters. They have no awareness, and then when you watch it, it's just like zip zap zop.
Oh, but they got like 30
Zip zap.
kills. But
They
no,
got like
Funny.
30 kills. So like, yeah. Next topic.
no.
Next time.
So like I was telling them yesterday when this trailer came out. Honestly, to me, the feeling and the vibe that this I don't know I don't know if it's gonna be an expansion or standalone thing, but the vibes that this is giving me is more of a you know how Fortnite has the save the world
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's what this is. This is the save the world equivalent to Siege.
But that's the
I-
thing, like depending on how big the map is it even gonna be worth it?
No,
I don't
mm,
I don't mind that. I mean, there's a story. So Rainbow Six Siege doesn't have a story. So this would technically be its story, which I'm fine with. My only grievance is I don't want to play a Warzone cheater. Okay, like that's just the best way to describe it. Like when you watch them, they have the sensitivity of like 0.5, and they don't even know that you're behind them, but because they aim
Yeah.
in, they kill you. Like I don't, like you said, Sledge hits a wall, and it, like people are like talking about the AI, and I'm like, Black Ops 2 had better AI than them. I put
yeah.
them on veteran, they get slayed. So I don't want to pay for a game that'll look like that. I think the AI truly killed the game. Personally, truly killed the gameplay that we saw. The
Mm.
AI was insane, or it intricate. If it
Kind of
had
like
some
they played it safe.
Yeah, they played it
yes,
real safe a bit.
if they had some Elden Ring AI, I haven't got no issues, giving you the
Yeah.
game.
You're like, all
But
right, send it. Drop it
yeah, like
tomorrow. I don't
a full
care.
send, a full Sunday, especially a game where mechanical skills required. I don't see why they don't have such great AI. I should be scared. The whole point of it's kind of like a horror game to me. It's a shooter horror. That's pretty much what it's kind of supposed to be.
It's a
You're
Resident
supposed to
Evil
be
game.
scared.
This is Resident Evil. Full of
Yeah,
Yeah.
aliens.
so it's yeah. So to me, like I should be like, yo, I gotta hit the headshot or I die. Not I can empty 3 full clips, miss every bullet, walk up to a
Yeah.
million 3 times, body slam them, and still win. Like it shouldn't be the way it is. I get they were trying to show off some of the gadgets and stuff too, but watching this trailer and looking at the AI,
Do we
this is
think
just
it's going to be
disappointing.
kind of a possible
No,
looter
no.
where you have to get some type of gear
I know
No.
the only looter thing is going to be the generic. Oh, I got to pick up weapons. I got to get new
Yeah.
weapons and stuff like that. I know to get new operators, you have to save them or something like that. I believe.
Yeah.
And some of the mechanics are really cool. I'm hoping they keep the gunplay the same as in Siege. That's my one big thing. If
You
the
hear
recoil
that, Ash
pattern,
Means?
if the if the recoil if the recoil pattern is the same in both games, I'm fine with that. That honestly needs to be a thing, especially if you play Siege and you go from one to the other.
Mm,
It it'll really f up your muscle memory of controlling recoil, especially if you play controller.
yeah.
PC, there's no recoil. But if you play controller and you're used to one recoil pattern, and then they lessen it in extinction, and then you go back, extraction, whatever it's called, it's the failure anyway, and then go back to Rainbow, and
Yeah.
it's on like crack. It's 100 times 1,000,000. That'll also hurt the game too. So they should try and keep the game as consistent as possible, and
Mm.
then make their AI actually AI, and they have a good game. I think the premise of the game is cool. I just think that the AI makes it very underwhelming. Like I don't
No,
know if
yeah.
I don't know if it was on Recruit or what, but it just didn't look good.
Yeah, no, I think that they just played it out on the like lowest difficulty. I know. Besides this game, I know they're doing update for Sea of Thieves. They're putting in the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Which
Also,
looked cool.
yeah,
Looks
which looked
really
cool.
cool.
Looked very cool.
Another thing, Ubisoft. Everything else from Ubisoft was kind of cheeks, except for
Yes.
except for two things. The Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla DLC that's supposed to be coming out.
Yeah,
And also they did they surprised me with Avatar. Avatar, they coming out with the
they
Avatar
did.
game.
Avatar looked really good cinematically,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like, what the hell's the gameplay gonna be? What are we gonna be doing in the game?
I feel like it's gonna be the old PS3 title where like you could play as like the military guys and then
Yeah.
you play as the actual avatars. So I feel like it's
they,
gonna be something like that.
yeah, I think they dropped it like that just so it just leaves you with a mystery because nobody was expecting that. Like no leaks, it
Oh, absolutely
came
not.
out of the woodwork. I'm just hoping.
But that's also the thing, because
I think there was like little specks of gameplay. I think it was like very little specks of gameplay.
For me, it was kind of like, is it going to be more of a open world single player type game?
Hey, I wouldn't mind that, to be honest with you.
Or is it going to be a straightforward single player, like one mission to the next, to the next, to the next?
If this game was multiplayer, but that game is cracked. But if it's not and it's on like more of like an Assassin's Creed path, I'm kind of because I'm gonna be honest. Well, Valhalla is a good game. It wasn't that good. My personal opinion. I thought that they were.
Fair enough.
I thought other Assassin's Creeds were way better. I thought Valhalla
Syndicate.
was kind of lacking. Assassin's Creed 1 and 2. I think Assassin's Creed Odyssey was better than Valhalla. So I am wary. I am wary of Ubisoft's solo player, open world games.
Yeah.
So Black Flag is another.
Oh, Black Flag was, in my opinion, Black Flag was the best Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, mine as well. I was legendary.
So I am very wary of this game.
Look at that. They got the mech suits and everything. They got the. This is where I feel like it's gonna be you can pick, like, for instance, the multiplayer, you can pick whichever one, because
that'd be cool.
You're playing as the Avatar and stuff like that. You, like, as we see in the movie, they came out. They came out. They had the animals on their side and all that.
Mm-hmm.
For flying, they have the dragon bird things. They have the giant rhinos and shit. And then the militaries, they have the giant walkers and they have the helicopters and all that. So I mean, I think it'd be an extensive PvP. I think it'd be interesting, even if it's not.
It would. I think that as well. Man, I can't think of the game going back to it, but hell, what am I trying to think? Kind of like Dying Light, where you're playing, possible zombies and then, or the monsters and then the attackers.
Oh yeah, and that also came out today. I mean, came out, but that trailer came out as well. I don't know. I just hope it's really good. I really hope it does have a good story, because I feel like a lot of these games these days, they really deserve a good single player campaign. And I feel like that'd definitely be the game to push the single player campaigns some more.
Most definitely. I just want to see better. My thing with Ubisoft is just better side quests progressioning.
Yeah.
I think their side quest progressioning as of late has been kind of lackluster. It seems like you just climb to the top of trees and then you just get a side quest. It's very repetitive.
Which is very true.
Hey, listen, at least when they showed the Valhalla trailer, at least it wasn't a trailing mission like how when they presented Odyssey.
Yes. That's also very true. That was ridiculous.
It was like
Odyssey is a better game than Valhalla, though, so I'm not gonna argue. I think the story was better.
I don't know. I liked Valhalla's. I liked the Norseology a lot more than kind of what we saw in Odyssey. That's just me, though.
To me, I like the combat system. I like the combat and the moves more in Odyssey, and I also thought that the derpiness, like to be able to Spartan kick somebody off of a mountain, was just the best feeling. You know what I mean? You just, especially because you could troll. I remember playing the game, and I was like, I'm not strong enough to beat these guys, so I just walked to a cliff and I would just spam and I just level up like crazy. So I think the derpiness of Assassin's Creed is also. I just I don't know. This game looks really good. I hope it's really good. It
Yeah,
probably won't have a multiplayer, but if it did have like a real open world multiplayer, that'd be amazing. I'd love it, but we'll see. Ubisoft isn't really known for their open world multiplayers. So they don't really make those. So
hey,
it'd be a surprise if they did make them. It'd be a pleasant surprise, but I wouldn't be like hurt because that's just not
Yeah.
something that they do.
No, absolutely. You know, stick with what you're good at. Don't try to go out of your realm per se. Do something ridiculous that you don't have experience doing.
I mean, hey, all I'm gonna say is, don't be a good old Ubisoft employee and come out with this trash on E3. That's all I gotta say. But besides,
Yo, he's like,
I'm actually pretty upset because I had respect for Ubisoft, but they come out with this mediocre clarinet playing garbage. But it's whatever.
I'm
What's
pretty
next?
sure Ubisoft E3. Oh, sorry, just one thing. I'm pretty sure Ubisoft E3 was so bad because they were banking on extraction,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and then that
okay,
trailer
yeah.
flopped.
yeah, that shit
And
flopped.
you know,
Everything else was
we're
kind of
yeah,
mediocre.
that was
I
their
mean,
that was their multiplayer hit, and it just wasn't good. Like I don't.
you know the
It
one
wasn't
shit
good.
that had us all fucking laughing. So when we were watching the Ubisoft presentation, they pulled out a trailer for Far Cry 6. When they pulled the
Oh
trailer
my
for Far Cry 6,
gosh.
when
Oh my
Ubisoft pulled
gosh.
that trailer out, that shit looked like it was played on a PlayStation 1. Like it was so bad.
Like end
Oh,
of PlayStation 1, early PlayStation 2. Like you were like,
the
what the hell? You were thinking it was Splinter Cell.
Yeah, look at these
The-
graphics. No, you know what the graphics actually reminded me of? Fucking the Telltale series games.
Like that dude's hair looks like it's painted on, and then kind of like he like wiped it down. He was like, "Yeah, this looks real."
you know what that
Bro.
looks like? GTA 5 graphics on PlayStation 3.
Oh yeah, I can see that
Yeah.
too.
That's a brown skin Michael right there, boys.
Oh yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what. The guy who's playing the Gus, which is this one's villain. To me, he's a great actor. Like if this scene wasn't like it didn't look like Ash, this scene would have been fucking high tier. Like the acting itself was high tier. But my biggest question is, why is no one in this boat have a gun? Like at all? like no one had a gun here.
Yeah, we were discussing that yesterday. But just imagine how easy it would be to just they open the door and you're like, well, fuck it, 12 gauge right at you. But nope. And then we're also going to talk about it. When you actually get into the game, it's going to be so hard to kill enemies. And it's like, get out of here.
Oh, I think I know what these graphics are. I think these graphics are for Xbox One and PS4. That's what these graphics are.
They're the old graphics.
Yeah.
I don't know if somebody corrupted the file. This must be their backup.
But that's the thing.
Maybe.
So when they played it for Xbox today, it looked 10 times better. You were like, what the fuck did they show yesterday?
Yeah, they were
because
like,
it's not the same game.
They had somebody must have streamed it to them, and then they streamed it to them. Like I don't know what it was, but those graphics are, rough. I'm expecting 16K quality out here.
Yeah, it wasn't working for them. We all know that. But we don't know where it went wrong either.
And then you know what's weird about the whole presentation? There was like throughout the whole hour-long presentation, there was like some weird beeping that was going on.
It
was like
you heard that too?
I remember that as well.
I thought it was like the longest.
It was a reminder to pay the internet bill because their streaming went down.
Well, so you say that, but it was funny because during Xbox, today, there was like 3 videos that just straight lagged. You couldn't hear any sound, nothing, and then it would like skip scenes, and you'd be like, "What effing chat?" Like,
Hey, that's Xbox for you.
That's
you were like, "What the hell is this?"
Somebody didn't pay the internet bill, so they had to stream it 480p.
I guess. Sad to say, but I guess it happened.
No, but honestly, Far Cry 6, from all the trailers that came out and everything, this is one of the games I'm definitely gonna most likely pick up. Probably not at launch, but I will pick it up. They also did come out with their
Season pass.
they revealed the season pass for it, which you're playing as, I believe it's from Far Cry 3, 4, and 5 villains.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like I didn't read too much on it because I didn't really care about the season pass, to be honest with you. But I know it looked like it was like a dream state or something like that, or it could have been like their perspective of their own insanity. To be honest with you, it could have been that. But I'm definitely glad that what is it? Dragon Blood is kind of coming out with it too, the season pass.
Yeah.
Because I know the whole retro style, it worked great for Far Cry 4.
No, it looked really good, but
So,
I guess we're gonna see what happens. Like you said, I'm not picking it up on launch, but I'll be happy to see where it goes for sure.
yeah.
Only Far Cry I've ever picked up on launch was Primal, and Primal was so much fun. It's hard to mess up a game with bows and arrows, you know.
But you said Primal. You talking about the same game that they basically reused the map for, and have people pay $60?
Yep, and I enjoyed the combat. I enjoyed the combat way more. That map was way more suited.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Spears.
Primal did have a couple of good things, like I think it was like friending the animals and stuff like that, and using them to hunt down. That was pretty cool when it came to Primal. But yeah, besides that, let's see what else came out. Oh, boys, we got an announcement. Anybody that's on PC and Xbox, I want you guys to know that you guys are going to have Halo Infinite multiplayer is going to be free to play.
Yeah. I think that's pretty huge.
That, honestly, to me, that is a bold fucking move.
I would say that, but because it's on PC, it softens the blow.
Even then it would be. It is, for me personally, it is still a bold ass move to have the multiplayer be huge.
The multiplayer,
yeah, for free to play.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the competition, between PlayStation, I think it's huge for the Halo community.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, and the player count will definitely be massive. But I mean, as far as the exclusive, because think about it, a lot of times, why do a lot of people buy PlayStation besides it just being a superior console? Is the exclusives,
yeah,
right? Xbox has been losing an exclusives war for a while now.
Yeah, they were in a drought for a long time.
Yeah, but do we think Halo's gonna change that?
No. I think what it's gonna do, it's gonna change the Halo franchise for a lot of people. Because for me personally, because I still play through the Master Chief Collection and everything, and I played through 5. The thing is, it felt really samey. Like they were like it felt like the same. It's just like Call of Duty, kind of how it feels the fucking same all the time. And then I think when Halo 5's multiplayer was fucking garbage.
You want to know the reason why?
Very truthful.
It's
the
because
reason why
Bungie
Halo
left.
5. No, that's not the reason. Well, it's part of the reason, but the reason is because when they design Halo maps, for no aim down sight.
Yeah.
So when you play Halo 5 and all of the maps are designed to not aim down sight, and then you're getting aim down sight, the gameplay, the flow's off. The flow of Halo 5 is off completely through and through. So that killed Halo 5. Hopefully they get better map designers that understand how to make an actual PvP
So
map.
so it honestly looked like they were bringing back a lot of the classics.
Yeah, no, and honestly, that I think that's the route they should kind of go.
Yeah, but like we got to see how if they're going to keep the ADS. I don't know how the classics are going to play with ADS because I believe ADS is what killed Halo 5 because the maps weren't made for it. The flow was off. If you played Halo 5 and realized the ADS time and the time to kill and the sprinting was off, all of the variables weren't aligned. So if they're bringing back the classics, if I am Microsoft, I'm definitely changing the map around
Yeah,
and to make it flow better.
yeah, no, I feel like also like if they need to rework the powers that they get as well.
Mhm.
In my personal opinion, that should be reworked to make it feel better to use. But no, besides that shit looks. I'm glad that the multiplayer free to play. I'm glad that it's coming out with the whole thing. We haven't heard. There's still speculation. I was reading. We don't know any information about if they're gonna have a battle royale or not. Hopefully they don't. But games these days have to have a battle royale for people to be interested in them.
Tired of battle royales.
I am too. But speaking of battle royale. This game I'm actually fucking hyped for. It's going to be Battlefield 2042. That I cannot wait for it to come out.
Yeah, really, really excited for Battlefield. Really hope that this game is what it is. The trailer was crazy.
I really the cinematic trailer. This wasn't the first trailer that they showed. The first trailer that they showed was fucking amazing. I fucking loved it.
I love the cinematic trailer. Yeah. I thought the C4 on the ATV into the helicopter on the front. that was.
No, that shit.
that was pretty dope.
No, that shit reminded me of fucking Battlefield 3 days.
That was a clip. Yeah,
I think this grapple aspect is super cool too.
Yeah.
Like, granted, he didn't get up there and get the kill because his teammate was already killing him. But just imagine like the ganking potential of just and so I'm gonna make an Apex reference, but if you play Pathfinder or if you ever have, are you gonna be able to like grapple? Are you just going in a straight line, or can you grapple and flip and
don't forget this is the pre-alpha. This is pre-alpha.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think that would be really cool, or it'd be a cool aspect at least.
Listen, and I am begging dice. I am fucking begging dice and EA. Let this fucking game be finished before it's released. I don't want Battlefield 4 issues.
I don't want Battlefield Anthem. I don't want Battlefield Anthem. I want Battlefield 6.
Yeah.
Good game.
Very true.
I love the jet scene. The jet, he jumps out the jet.
That was pretty dope too.
They think about the person that had to make that trailer, and they went to the execs and was like, "Okay, there was this clip from like 7 years ago. Let's put it in the trailer," and they were like, "You right." This is one of the hardest trailers.
Like this shit.
I thought this was pretty cool too. I wonder how it's gonna relate to you gliding all the way to the ground. Are you gonna be running, or does a parachute come into effect at a certain height? That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Like
what other?
I think I'm glad.
Environmental effects will there be?
No. For me, I think I'm really glad that they didn't go the COD route. Kind of, you know how COD, when they did their futuristic shit, they had the exosuits and they had all the cybernetics and shit like that with running. I'm glad it's still boots on the ground.
I'm gonna be honest. Battlefield probably realized, man, there ain't no fucking way in 20 years we're gonna get to some fucking jetpacks, hover packs, fucking. They're like, ain't no way.
I mean, shit. When I forgot, Back to the Future came out, remember? And like Like they came to like 2000s around our time, and then we had flying cars and shit like that. But hey, um,
No,
Cap,
you know what
what
was really
universe
good?
is this? We need to go there. We got robbed.
oh yeah, we definitely got robbed. But no, I know for a fact as soon as Battlefield comes out, I'm definitely going to be deleting COD off my system. I honestly, I probably should have been deleted it, but
Mhm.
the
Should
fact, but the fact that right now, like as of right now, there's like no games to actually play.
Yeah.
I went back to play stuff on PS Now.
Apex.
I think
you
the
know,
biggest things for me,
you know
the
my
biggest things for
situation with
me
Apex.
as far as this Battlefield is, I'm curious on what the other environmental effects are because we know it's
Yeah.
going to be more than just a
Well,
giant tornado. So if
yeah.
there's a giant
So
tsunami, like a giant
so they were.
tsunami,
Yeah, I saw some stuff about that. They were saying, tornadoes, sandstorms. Um, they were saying there's going to be some type of water effect one, but
yeah,
it's
like a
not going to be
flood.
sure if it's going to be like tsunami or what it's necessarily going to be. But it's going to be super cool to see.
No,
I think it'd be
I'm
cool if
definitely
it was
hyped for it.
like,
But when I seen that fucking tornado, my eyes like opened up wide because I was
yeah,
like, that means the people who literally stay in planes throughout the whole game, they have something else to watch out for.
Yeah, and then even to that effect for those that are you know
Who's on the
tanks.
ground?
helicopters,
What else?
planes. Is there going to be a wind effect that's possibly going to, hold them back or push them forward?
I hope
I think
so.
that would be pretty cool to see as well.
Yeah, because
You know what this game reminds me of?
what?
Black Ops 2, Battlefield form. If I watch Black Ops 2, like gameplay, trailer, weapons,
Yeah,
tanks,
I can see where you're coming from.
I see Black Ops 2 in this game. Like
Mhm.
a lot. Yeah, it is a little bit more futuristic, but they remind me when I watched it, I was like, this looks like Black Ops 2 with Battlefield. And this looks really cool. The tank aspect, right? We didn't have like the mini tank, but we still had the little mini dog, the robot dog you could just throw down. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Hmm.
Like I thought the weapons looked, still grounded in reality. I thought the Osprey looked very close to the VTOL from Black Ops 2. Um, the jets. So I'm very excited for this Battlefield. It looked very
It
good.
looks
So I just hope.
amazing, and I kind of hope they have a mix of maps. Kind of like, I mean, they've done it in the past and pretty much held up on it, but I hope we see some potential mountain maps where you have higher
oh yeah.
elevations. I
Because
hope we
I'll tell you what,
see.
Battlefield One, I think they had great ass
Yeah,
like environments.
that's exactly what I was
Battlefield
Yes.
thinking
One,
of.
yeah, because they had like
Yes,
I
but I think
remember Battlefield One had the sand, like you're in the sandstorm and all that shit, and then you're also in the forest, and then what else? There was one where you're in the mountain and you have to go through all the bunkers and everything to
Yep.
actually go through that. But I definitely am excited for that. Hopefully they bring that back. But yeah, no. Besides that, I mean, there's plenty of other games that definitely were shown at E3 today because today was only the Xbox and Bethesda showcase and whatnot.
Yeah,
Also,
Square Enix.
oh yeah, Square Enix, they came out with their thing.
So here's a quick question: are we disappointed that we didn't get to see any Elder Scrolls 6
Yes,
gameplay?
no,
I am. Yeah,
Do
no.
do
I wouldn't
we?
even not even gameplay. I just wanted an update for it. Like,
Okay.
I don't even care. Like, don't the reason why I don't care that there was any gameplay is because we all know Bethesda. I don't want to see like I know that sometimes when their games come out they're glitchy and stuff like that, but I don't want no fucking excuses with this one. They push Skyrim so much. Since it came out, it's been literally on every system. But
Yeah.
I literally hope that Elder Scrolls 6 is a perfect game. Like I hope like there's like like I said, some things with glitchiness. So when it comes to Bethesda games, it's okay. It makes the game a little fun and whatever. But I am telling you right now, I really hope that it's not glitchy and shitty like how they usually do. Because look what happened to Fallout 4. I hated Fallout 4 for it. I hated.
You don't want a cyberpunk. You don't.
No, I don't want none of that shit. I want, and they better also bring out the little mods menu that they did with Skyrim. Because if you can put mods in the game, that'd be fucking amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, tomorrow I'm actually hyped for tomorrow's E3 presentation. Because tomorrow is the Take-Two the Take-Two panel tomorrow. And guess what I'm waiting for? Lego Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars. Yeah. You're gonna say some shit like that.
No, but after that they have the indie showcase as well. Around 12 p.m. PT time. Only shitty part about that is like I said earlier, I feel like indie games should have their own shit. It's only a 30-minute presentation. And then at 12:30 they got the Freedom. At 2:30 though, Capcom's coming out with a presentation. And I wonder if that's gonna be for Street Fighter 6. Because Guilty Gear Strive, as we know, Guilty Gear Strive is coming out. And that game, that for a fighting game, that shit looks amazing. We already know that Dragon Ball Z Fighters has been very dominant on the fighting games scene, but and Tekken 7 I'm not gonna cap on that one, but Street Fighter, in my opinion, needs to step their game up if they want to stay competing with.
No, they really do. I mean, it's been a long time coming, and you know, there's a huge fan base.
Yeah, they have a huge fan base.
And sadly, most people, it feels like they don't get what they ask for, or at least they haven't been in the past. So hopefully we can see some change to that.
I think it's just hard to come up with a fighting game and add a new twist to a genre that can't change much. To me, fighting games remind me a lot of sports games like 2K and Madden. Like after a while, there's only so much stuff you can do. You know what I mean? But
very true.
Yeah.
There really is only so much.
No.
So you can add new characters and you can do new things, but it's like even to that extent, it's the same thing. Like you can only do but so much. Even crossing games, you know. Like I went from a Mortal Kombat to Injustice, and I played Tekken. And after a while, I was like, "This is all the same." It's different combos, it's different people, but it's the same thing.
Essentially, it is, especially when we're talking about the side scrollers.
Hey, all I'm gonna say, I know Boss Man agrees with me on this one. When Dragon Ball Z Fighters came out, that shit put everything else to fucking shame.
Unless you're a Smash Bros fan, and then it's not the same game. It's new every time.
Listen, Smash Bros is off the scene. It's when they stop adding a whole bunch of sword characters or Fire Emblem characters, then I actually talk positive about Smash, but Smash is ass. But yeah, besides that, I'm hyped for Tuesday, because Tuesday is when the Nintendo Direct and the Nintendo Treehouse comes out, and it's the final day of E3. But with Nintendo, there's so many things that people have been waiting for. People have been waiting for the new Metroid to come out. I heard that people are talking about it's like Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Yeah,
that's supposed to be something that potentially could be out. I'm personally hoping that they fucking fixed the little graphics for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes. Hopefully they make a new Mario game that isn't shit. My bad. I wouldn't say shit, but isn't like something that we got beforehand. But you
want a good Mario game. That's what.
Hey, it could be Odyssey 2 for all I care. I wouldn't be mad if it's Odyssey 2.
Odyssey 2 would be. I would be okay with that as well.
But now with Nintendo's is always something. But Nintendo's been off the wire for the past couple years. But
That is also true.
they're doing stuff that people don't want. Like freaking what was it? They made the Pokemon. They basically making a Pokemon League of Legends. Like everybody was like, why though?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's true enough. You know what I am kind of waiting for though. I know sent you guys it, but Pal World,
oh yeah,
the
yeah,
the Pokemon, whatever you want to call it, man, that it looks nuts though.
yeah.
I don't even know what to say about it. It literally just looks like, what the hell is this game?
Yeah, no. Me personally, I definitely would want a new Star Fox game, Metro Four to
You
be.
know what? I was thinking that too.
Yeah,
Star Fox, Star
yeah.
Fox wouldn't be bad. I think they could make a really good one.
Uh,
Um, which I would definitely be happy about for sure.
what else? They need to bring in the new Donkey Kong game because their new games are actually pretty fun.
A Donkey Kong would be dope.
Yeah,
I would be super happy. I loved Donkey Kong back in the day, and everything's pretty much going on the Switch nowadays.
hmm
So I would love to, pick up a Donkey Kong game and be able to play it for hours on end.
oh yeah.
Um, I
Uh,
I would not care.
they need to honestly, in my opinion, they need to really they really need to bring back or either remaster. I really hope they remaster Wind Waker at least for the Switch. I know that they released it for the Wii U, but they should definitely do it for the Switch. Um, but no, besides that, I mean, I'm really hyped to see what these games are going to bring in coming up.
Oh, for sure.
Because Nintendo needs, in my personal opinion, Nintendo really needs to step their game up and stop being money hungry. So
I can get behind that. So we know Sony wasn't at E3 this year,
oh yeah, Sony did say that,
and they're gonna have a man, what was it called?
their own
They're
little
gonna have the state of
presentation.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we possibly looking forward to when it comes to that? Is there anything
Ghost.
crazy you're hoping you see for Sony in the near future?
Ghostwire gameplay. I want to see more Ghostwire gameplay.
Okay.
That game looked cracked when it came out. I'm literally gonna get a PS5 just because of that game. I would be surprised if we got another God of War so quick.
No,
But,
they already said that the new God of War wasn't releasing this year.
yeah, but I mean, you can still have E3 for it. How many E3s have we seen where the game hasn't came out for the next like 5 years? So I wouldn't be
That's
mad.
also very true.
You know,
And
we've
so,
gotten plenty E3s like that.
going
So.
back to you saying that, honestly, I think that's one of the reasons we didn't get any Skyrim, or not Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 6 updates, because it's still going to be 3 or 4 years before we even see the game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I completely agree. I know one thing that I'm looking, or I hope to see, and I hope to see this every year, but is possibly a new Jack and Daxter.
Boom.
I loved those games.
Boom.
They were so good. That was my childhood. If anything, that's what I want to see.
Yeah, no, definitely Jack and Dexter. If they come, even if they fucking, I know they have it on the PlayStation Store and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But if they can come out with that shit, it's either that or new Spiral continuation to the Spiral games.
I'd be okay with that as well.
I hope they do a Last of Us 2, no, whatever her name is edition. Like just take her out of the game. Whatever her name was, I forgot her name. I didn't really care that much.
You think we might see some more? We might see some Outlast gameplay.
Probably a new Outlast. I don't think it'd be the same Outlast. I don't think it's.
I could see it happening.
Well, there's a new Outlast coming out already.
Oh, is there? I didn't know.
Yeah, if you go to Steam, there's a trailer for it. Whether we might get gameplay, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool.
I could see us seeing some gameplay for sure.
I would love to see a secret PlayStation continuation to Monster Hunter World gameplay, even though it probably won't happen.
It's not going to happen.
No, it's never happened for a while, which is sad because Monster Hunter World was a really great game.
It really was. It was super good. And this is just me reflecting on all the hours I spent on it. It is so grindy. If you if you want trophies, it is the most grindy game ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say that is very true.
And do I mind? Absolutely not. I think it's still an amazing game, but tone it down a little bit because I still don't have a lot of the trophies, and it's just because it's so goddamn grindy.
Yeah, I think Iceborne was also, Iceborne was also really good.
Really good.
They should make more Monster Hunters like that because that it comes to other consoles because it brings other people to Monster Hunter.
Yeah, it does.
I know a lot of people that was like, I don't play Monster Hunter. I've never played a Monster Hunter, and then I shared it off my.
Hey, that was me. Monster Hunter World was my first Monster Hunter game, and I fucking loved it.
Yo, this game is cracked. Like you can't. And then Iceborne came out, and they updated a lot of the weapons, like the long sword.
Yeah.
With the true slash.
Oh my gosh.
With the you should have an anime character. You know what I mean? Like the bow is crazy. I thought.
No, you know what?
Elytrion Fatalis, like the graphics. That's one of the best things about Monster Hunter World, which I liked compared to every other Monster Hunter, even though they were all older. It's how the graphics looked and feel. When they came out with the new Monster Hunter Rise, I think it's called. I looked at it and I was like, yeah, I'm not buying that. That's just a game I would skip. I wouldn't play that game. But Monster Hunter World was really it. So I hope maybe tomorrow Capcom might surprise us.
Listen, Capcom's not going to be. They'll probably release. Honestly, they'll probably release another Marvel versus Capcom before I did.
Don't kill my dreams, yo. I ain't do nothing to you.
I ain't do nothing to you.
I ain't do nothing to you.
Why are you gonna come at me like this?
Listen, I need them to come out with a new Sly Cooper game. Oh man.
You know what? I think that would be really good too. I would like
or
that.
Just reboot the whole franchise. Because that shit was great. But I did forget to mention.
I can get behind that.
This Friday, what is it? Ratchet and Clank came out with their game.
Yes.
This Friday, Rift Apart came out this Friday. And from the reviews and from what I've seen of it, it looks pretty fun and it looks great. I don't have my hands on it yet.
I have a few friends playing it, and they love it.
Yeah, I heard it was a really good game.
I'm definitely glad Ratchet and Clank was one of those games that they literally remastered and everything. Yeah, they res that bitch
from the dead.
Shit, Mercy came down and fucking revived him. But I don't know. I just really hope there's actual good stuff going to be coming out pretty soon. And everything.
So do I. I feel like we've honestly had a drought.
I mean, to be fair, we had a pandemic, so
yeah, that's true. But even before the pandemic,
it was pretty dry because the most thing that was popping was Warzone.
Yeah, when Warzone came out, that started popping. You had the Travis Scott concert from Fortnite.
They released the DMR and killed the game in
very
1 second.
Very true.
Sniper rifle on crack. So it was, I can't wait for COD to die. I can't wait for Battle Royale to die. In general, that's the one thing I'm not looking forward to.
It's not going to die.
I don't think they're going to die either. The chances of it happening to me are just so small. I feel like everybody loves to hop on that train right now, and it's still true to this day. Everybody's hopping on the train, and
I mean,
they're riding it out.
Yeah, it's going to make money. Money makes money, so that's
very true.
So a piece of me hopes Battlefield is trash, so that dies. I do. I really hope. I just want I want to play a shooter, not loot for 20 minutes to just get killed by a cheater and then have to.
Not even a cheater, like someone who hides in a room like the whole time and then just sniping.
I got 20 kills and then I just get like one tapped across the map because Battlefield loves putting in one tap snipers, and then.
But I love one-tap snipers. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I do too. I'm gonna use it, but like
I want them.
yeah, like I do too. I'm gonna use it, but don't lie. When you get killed by somebody with one kill with the HDR, you get pissed. You get mad. And
I don't know. The HDR is, in my personal opinion, one of the best sounding and feeling snipers in Call of Duty.
Yeah, HDR is it's amazing. And so I switched over to the car. Been playing a little bit more of the car, and
you meta slave.
No,
I think
fuck the
HDR
car.
is better than the car, but
No.
the car is. It's the only reason I got into using the car is because everybody uses the goddamn car. So if I don't have my loadout yet,
It's the best.
and I
sniper in
kill
the
somebody,
game.
I can just pick up their car and know that I'm gonna
It's-
run it. I'm
I'll tell you
gonna
right
run
now,
decent
yeah.
with it.
It's
I
not the
think-
best sniper in the game, in my opinion.
No, bro. I think
The
every
Swiss
other
is the better.
no. I think every sniper in the game is pretty balanced. The car is just so good that it makes other snipers look not as good. Like the Tundra's balanced, but the
Mm-mm.
car exists.
The Tundra is
No.
super balanced. That's very true.
I think
The Swiss and the SPR are,
No.
in my opinion,
Because
better than the car.
the car has barely no bullet drop.
Actually,
aim
yes, it
at
does.
him-
Yes, it does.
Barely.
No, because
like
unlike every other snipers with the car, if you're shooting them through a window, it's not a one hit headshot.
Yeah.
okay, sure, but how many people are you shooting through a window? Especially if you
lot.
play PC. I'm talking about more about PC side, even on console, yes. But you can get easy quick scopes with the car and one tap headshots from pretty much any decent range. I mean, yes, and when you start reaching HDR range, it's not, but that's cool. You still broke armor.
So
I think its aim down time side is crazy. But
I was just thinking of this, but are we upset that we didn't really see anything for Call of Duty at E3?
Well,
No,
the trailer.
because-
Actually, no. The Summerfest had the trailer for the next season of.
Okay,
Duty,
I didn't see
Yeah,
it
they
when
did. They did
I
release
tuned
that.
in for a little bit, so I didn't
But-
see that.
I don't care about Warzone. I'm more curious about the next Call of Duty. But ever since after Black Ops 3, the studios have been disarray. We shouldn't have gotten Black Ops 4 for another year. Black Ops 3 and 4 came out a year early. If you
Yeah.
look at the release, so it came out a
they
year
did.
early. It came out in 2 years. So remember, Sledgehammer got pulled off their project. Even as far as Cold War is also early by
Yeah.
a year. So Cold War is a mixed child of what Sledgehammer was making, and that got pulled off. And Cold War had to just jump in and finish a game that they don't like. There's two different coding styles, two different dev teams.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
once
but
Call of
they
Duty
don't
can get
care.
back into they don't. But once Call of Duty can figure out their Sledgehammer, Activision, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, Treyarch rotation, I think we'll start seeing better COD out of them.
Well, they
But
fucked up because they stopped doing shit with Ghost.
Yeah.
I want a Ghost too. I think a lot of people say that, but I think that was because when Ghost came out, everybody shit on it. But following Black Ops 2, any COD's dying. I don't think most CODs are not gonna be able to follow Black Ops 2. So a lot of people hated on Ghost just because it wasn't Black Ops 2. But looking back on it, Ghost was a really good Call of Duty. They shot Riley. I want revenge. So, it was a great story. So, that's just my take on the Call of Duty.
Well, on that note, I do appreciate you boys. We're gonna be ending the stream right here.
Appreciate it.
You guys are definitely gonna hear more from us for these E3 presentations, and if you guys go to our social media, you'll see our opinions on the different releases that are gonna be coming out, especially with the trailers and stuff
And
like
we
that.
want to hear your guys' opinion too. What are you looking forward to? What are you feeling?
And
What are you disappointed about?
Oh, there's a lot of things I'm disappointed about.
That very true, but let's hear it from from the audience too.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. But yeah, no, definitely you're going to be hearing a lot from me because of Nintendo's coming out in the next 2 days.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with that.
Get ready to be disappointed, brother.
listen, I'm disappointed for the past 4 years now with with Nintendo. But no, yeah. Besides that, I appreciate everyone for coming in today. I want to thank our sponsor.
Player One
I don't
Gaming,
use- I don't use it.
and we have
Oh, yeah.
Anchor as well sponsoring us. You know, the free platform for vlogging and setting up their own podcast. Super friendly creator tool. Much love to Anchor. Much love to Player One Gaming.
Much love to everybody. Much love to the audience. I hope everybody has a great Sunday. Get ready for the week. Don't throw any controllers or keyboards. Make sure you clean everything down.
Too late. I already broke it.
Let's go. It's fine.
But no, if go to our social media page. Let us know what you guys want to hear about next and all that. Yeah, we'll catch you guys next time.